From Emory Field outside of State College, Pennsylvania, welcome to continuing coverage of the first annual Happy Valley Invitational. It's our final game of the evening, and it features two Baseball U 16U squads as Scranton takes on Philly. Hi, everybody. Tom Wilms here for BFA Sports as we are just about ready to get going as Matt Beerley will step up to the plate for Scranton. And we have not been handed lineups rather, so we are basically on the fly as the first pitch to Beerley is on its way. And it's in there for a strike. We are underway at 8:29, a minute early. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. Low for a ball, 2 balls, and no strikes here to Beerley. Out of Central Columbia High School, is an 11th grader. 5'8", 160. So here comes the 2-0. Line shot up the middle and through into center field for a base hit. So a quick start here for Scranton. As mentioned, on the mound for Baseball U Philly is number 55, Joe Tiroli out of Pennsbury High School in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. 5'9", 167. So here's Justin Stella. Stella out of Wallenpaw Pack, 5'7", 140. As Beerley takes a lead off of first, he takes off. The pitch is in for a strike. Throw to second, and it is not in time. Stolen base for Beerley. So a quick start here for Scranton. And an 0-1 count here to Stella. Little confusing with both teams electing to wear their orange. Scranton Baseball U rather, is wearing the gray pants. Philly wearing the white pants, signifying the home team. So Tiroli from the stretch, looks back to second, the 0-1. A little low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 here to Stella, and the pitch on its way. Cut on and missed. It's 1-2. Heavy pitch there at 79 miles an hour. And 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Stella. And for those just joining us and not knowing all the rules, hour and 50-minute time limit. No inning can start after that hour 50. Here's the 1-2. Runner at second goes, and it's fouled back. And we do it again at 1-2. 6 batter maximum per inning. So 3 outs or 6 batters. Teams can have large lineups, as many as they would like, and free substitutions permitted. And you're all caught up on all the little rules. So here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball, and he struck him out. That poured right over the plate. First strikeout for Tiroli, and it's 1 away. So here comes Zachary Cruiser. Cruiser out of Dunmore High School. First pitch is a breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Cruiser 5'11", 160, 11th grader. Here comes the pitch. Swung and fouled back as 0-2. So Beerley led off with a single, stole second. And before the strikeout to Stella, he actually looked to steal third, but it was fouled off. But he's staying put right now. No balls and 2 strikes here to Cruiser. Beautiful night for baseball. Glad you can join us here on BFA. As the pitcher will step off. Game time temperature is 73 degrees. Starting to get a little bit cloudy, but any precipitation will be much later on, although we did have a bit of a scare earlier on. That misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Cruiser. So we should be able to get this game in with little issue. But with the weather in this area, you never know. Breeze picks up a little bit as here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball is on the inside corner. He struck him out. Catcher drops it. Throws to first to try to complete the out and does. And going on over to third on the wild pitch is Matt Beerley. So it is 2 away after Tiroli's second strikeout. Not very often do you get the called third strike on a drop. But nonetheless, that's exactly what happened. So a man on a third, and the first pitch is in to Trevor Balzerk. Balzerk faces another pitch, and that goes outside and low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Potential first run of the game, just 90 feet away. So here comes the pitch. That just misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. So here comes the 2-1 to Balzerk. Swung, and it's a high fly ball to center field, but shallow as the center field is able to make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left after a half inning. It's Scranton nothing. Philly coming to bat. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head down to the bottom of the first inning as Scranton was able to threaten with a single and a stolen base by Matt Beerley. Made it to third in a wild pitch. But a couple of Joe Tiroli strikeouts. Was able to get Philly through. As up to the plate goes Jordan Chewy. First pitch on its way to him is outside for a ball. And it's a 1-0. On the mound for Scranton is Noah O'Malley out of Abington Heights High School, 5'11", 150, 11th grader. The 1-0. Bouncer to the left side. High hop there for the shortstop. Throw to first is in time. And it's 1 away on the 6-3 putout. So a quick start on the mound from O'Malley. So here comes Logan Hines. Hines out of Central Buck South, 5'10", 140. First pitch on its way. Is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So O'Malley brings it at 79. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, and it hit him. Tried to jump out of the way of that one. Must have skimmed him right on the backside. So 1 out and 1 on for Philly. As here comes the pitcher, Joe Tiroli. Mentioned earlier out of Pennsbury High School, Pennsbury Falcons. And the first pitch due in. Outside and low, gets away from the catcher, and Hines will head to second on the pass ball. So right away, Philly with a man in scoring position. Much like Scranton was able to pick up in the first, but in the top of the frame, rather, and unable to score. So here's the 1-0. Cut on and missed on an inside fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Tiroli. That is belted into right field, but right at the right fielder who charges in and reaches down to make the catch. The throw goes on 1 hop to third. And it's 2 away. So here comes Lucas Mullen. Mullen at Council Rock South, 6'1", 180. The timeout called at the plate first from O'Malley. Look back to second, and here comes the first pitch. This is outside for a ball, goes to 1-0. And it'll either be an hour 50 or 7 innings. That is whatever happens first. Last game was both. So here comes the 1-0. In the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. And great chance for all to get noticed, get seen. These guys will be playing in showcases all year long. All the way through until they play some fall ball in their high school teams. The 2-0. Swung on, belted into the right center field towards the gap, and a diving attempt that gets all the way past him and all the way to the wall. Hines comes in to score, chugging towards second and rounding and stopping halfway is Lucas Mullen. A 2-out RBI double for Lucas Mullen. And Phillies on the board leading 1-0. That was absolutely smoked, and you know what? The center fielder giving it a try. If he makes that catch, it would have been glorious. He figured even if it drops in for a base hit, it would have been a run scoring. So Mullen on at second after the RBI. And here comes Luke Hardknock. First pitch to him is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Hardknock out on the Chamonix High School. 5'10", 150. The Chamonix Redskins. As looks like we'll have a pinch runner. Jared Laff will come into pinch run, the Central Bucks East product. Again, free substitutions. It doesn't mean Mullen is completely out of the game. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low, gets away from the catcher, and on to third goes Jared Laff. So we've had a passed ball. That one, we'll call that a wild pitch. And any of the rulings we give you we'll take them with a grain of salt. We'll do our best to get it right. The 1-1 pitch due in here to Hardknock. And he deals. Swung on, fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Hardknock. Hardknock takes advantage, steps out and regroups. And then tiptoes his way back in. Pretty tight to the plate. That slightly open stance, as you can see. A laugh on at third. Here's the 1-2. In there, and he struck him out. First strikeout for O'Malley. And that will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 1 hit, no errors. And 1 man left. After 1, it's Philly 1, Scranton nothing. As you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We'll head down to the top of the second inning, 1-0 Philly. As the number 5 hitter to step up for Scranton. That's Cole Chaplowski. Second inning of work for Joe Tiroli. And pretty typical that these guys will each go 2 innings. Maybe you'll get someone in the middle or maybe at the end pitching 1. First pitch on its way to Chaplowski. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Chaplowski had a Lackawanna Trail High School as he enters his junior season. Actually, enters his senior year. Heavy fastball there, and it's 0-2, coming in at 78 miles an hour. 6'1", 205, Chaplowski. Tiroli's already got a couple of strikeouts. He looks for number 3. He deals an 0-2. A little bit low. Added a couple of MPHs on that one, but ran out of control. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Chaplowski. And here's the 1-2. Foul back to the screen. So we do it again at 1 ball and at 2 strikes. Lights on, a little bit breezy. I don't see a flag to really help us out, unfortunately, but it doesn't seem like it's enough to affect play. It looks like it's actually blowing left to right. Here's the pitch. Right back up the middle, letting it go as the pitcher. Second baseman backhands, fires to first in one motion on one bounce, picked out well. Beautiful play all the way around. Usually a pitcher, they reach out for it and deflect it, but I think he realized that he couldn't reach it clean, so he figured let it go and let the second baseman handle it. And again, beautifully set up again. On his backhand, one motion spun, fired the first. So 1 away. And stepping up here is Justin Spencer. First pitch to him. Breaking ball stays high. And it's 1-0. Spencer. 6', 185, swings and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Heck, the radar even picks up the return throw from the catcher. That's kind of neat. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's just a bit low. 81 miles an hour there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now you're thinking, okay, well, who cares about the return to the catcher or return to the pitcher? But it's also good for a potential stolen base throws as the 2-1 ends up outside and low. Breaking ball coming in the mid-60s. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Spencer. Full windup from Tiroli and the pitch. Hard grounder towards third. Weird hop, but a good recovery. Throw across the diamond is in time as he wasn't on the bag, but the tag applied. So the first baseman hard knock. Again, the throw was a little bit up the line, so his footwork was a little bit off there, but realized that he kicked back and wait a second, there's no base there. So picks up the tag on Spencer, 2 outs. And here comes Matthew Saida. First pitch to him misses. 1 ball and no strikes here to Saida. Scranton High School, 5'11", 175. Ends up low for a ball, 2-0. Righty-righty matchup here as Tiroli tries to get through cleanly. But this is a fly ball deep to right center field. Long run right to the gap, and that'll go to the fence. Chugging towards second is Saida, picked up by the center fielder. Saida around second, goes to third. Here comes the relay throw, and it is not in time. 2-out triple from Matthew Saida. That looked like it was the deepest part of the park and right between the gap. It seemed like the center fielder was shaded the other way. Second hit of the game. And a man on at third with 2 away, and here comes the first pitch. In there for a strike. As Colin Domazic takes a couple of warm-up hacks. Bounced foul, and just like that, it's 0-2. Tomasic, another Scranton High School product, 6', 150. Infield back with 2 away and a man on at third. Scranton looking to get on the board. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses outside and low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And expect both teams to have larger than normal lineups. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. That pours in, and he struck him out. Third strikeout for Tiroli, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left after 1.5. It's Philly 1, Scranton nothing. As you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. First pitch due in to Michael Morrow as we start the bottom of the second inning. It's on its way, and it's low for a ball, goes to 1-0. 1-0 lead for Phillies. They picked up a run in the first inning. It was an RBI double by Lucas Mullen. Michael Morrow, out of the Chamonix High School, 5'8", 140, the 1-0. Hidden there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Noah O'Malley, his second inning of work. Again, for the most part, these pitchers are going to go 2 innings each. That's usually their max. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. Low for a ball, 2-1 tomorrow. And we did not get a lineup card from either, so we don't know who's out there defensively. We won't know who's hitting until they step up. As this is ripped into left center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Charging over is the center fielder. Wide turn from Morrow, but he'll stay put at first, leadoff single. He'll definitely take that if you're Philly. Just took that ball and just served it right over the shortstop. So here comes Mikey Amrine. First pitch to the righty, Amrine. That's a little high for a ball. It goes to 1-0. Amrine, another Neshaminy product, 5'8", 138. All these guys are either entering their sophomore or junior seasons. Here comes the 1-0. Check swing, fouled off the catcher and out of play. So it rattles around the benches. 1 ball and 1 strike to Amrine. So what kind of lead Morrow takes over at first. Fairly aggressive. So O'Malley from the stretch. Runner goes, pitch on its way, outside for a ball, throw to second, and it is not in time. Stolen base for Michael Morrow. Aggressive base running. After that throw from the catcher came through at 72 miles an hour. Now a runner in scoring position and a 2-1 pitch on its way. Outside and low. Good job by the catcher to reach for it. Goes to 3-1. That's something you don't see in a major league game. They don't really talk about the catcher's throwing speed. 3-1 due into Amrine. And the pitch from O'Malley after the peek back to second. Outside and low, and it's ball 4. First walk given up by O'Malley. First 2 base runners are on with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And up to the plate comes Evan Hale. Evan Hale, yet another Neshaminy product. As that's a little... Well, it's going to be called a strike. Home plate umpire actually using his left hand for the strike call. Don't see that too often. Most of the time it's the right hand pointing towards first base. The 0-1. That's in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. And there was a time where the umpire would call the strike on the side where there was no hitter. So if there was a lefty up there, he'd call it to the other side. The 0-2 pitch. This is outside and low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hale at 5'9", 135. With 2 on and nobody out. Middle infielder's dancing out there as the 1-2. Misses outside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield playing relatively shallow but straight away. Same goes for the middle infielders. Two balls and 2 strikes is the home plate umpire. It's a good job there. He was unsure of the count, so he asked the base umpire. Not all home umpires will do that. They'll stick to their guns. As here's the 2-2 pitch. Runner at second takes off. It's in. As the throw over to third is not in time. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So that actually missed. But it is a stolen base for Morrow. His second stolen base of the game already. Runners actually look like Amrine followed him on a delay, so he gets a stolen base as well. Here's the payoff pitch. Just missed outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So with nobody out, chance for a big inning here for Philly. As looks like we will have a meeting on the mound before Brian Henry steps to the plate. Looks like the entire infield will come in. Again, nobody out. So what do you do here? Do you bring the entire infield in, hoping for the ground ball, and cut him off at the plate, or do you stay back, concede the run for a hopeful double play? Much simpler as an outfielder. Nice shot by a cameraman there, showing off the twilight sky here just outside of State College, PA. Center Hall is the name of the town. That's a great shot. So here comes Brian Henry, the number 9 hitter in the order. Again, they may go more than 9. But the bases are loaded with Morrow on at third, Amrine on at second, Hale on at first. The pitch. In there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Corners are in on the grass. Middle infielders will concede for a double plate possibility. So here comes the 0-1. Cut on and missed. Heavy swing from Henry, and it wouldn't work. 0-2. Henry at a Monsignor Bonner. 6'4", 200 pounds. So I certainly got a size to get out of here. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung, and it's a high, shallow pop-up towards the left. The shortstop comes over. He makes the catch. There'll be no tag-up. As right away, the third baseman basically said to everybody watching that he had no chance at it. But for the most part, that is usually the shortstop ball anyway. So with 1 out, the bases remain loaded. And here comes Jared Laff. Laff came in to pinch run in the first. This is his first plate appearance. Here's the first pitch. That's in there for a strike. Again, bases remain loaded, corners remain in. The 0-1. High for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Laff. Central Bucks East Patriot at 5'9", 145. O'Malley working through some stress in this inning. The 1-1. Swung on. It's a high fly ball out to left field. Getting turned around the left fielder. Sets up the throw. Makes the catch. The throw to the plate will be cut off. Throw to third. They've got him in the rundown as the run comes in to score. They'll chase him back. That's a throw back to second. They'll chase him towards third. Throws a little bit high. And they're able to make the tag. But one run does come in on the sacrifice fly. And it also will retire the side. One run does come in on one hit, no errors, and 2 men left. After 2, it's 2-0 Philly. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head now to the third inning, and Joe Tiroli stays in for his third inning of work. And here's his first pitch to Josh Botker. Breaking ball, pours in for a strike. And it's 0-1. 2-0 lead for Philly. In that second inning, there was the sacrifice fly double play that finished things off, as here comes the pitch. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. You can go back and watch the replay and see if I got it right. On the final out, 7-6-5-4-5 is my call. Actually, no, that can't be right. I'm going to have to amend that. As that's in there. Actually, no, that's low for a ball, rather. It actually has to be 7-6-5-4-6. Again, that's minutia. Here comes the 1-2. High pop up first base side as the first baseman has a look, but that goes out of play. The bottom line is Jared Leff has the RBI sac fly. And a 2-0 lead for Philly. Botker at the plate dealing with a 1-2. The Wilkes-Barre Area High School. Finished up his 11th grade year. And he swings and misses at the breaking ball, and he struck him out. That is strikeout number 4 for Tiroli. First time he's gotten the man swinging. So with one out and a nobody on, looks like Scranton is going to go with Aiden Nye, the number 10 hitter. First pitch to him is in for a strike. Nye at Tri-Valley High School. 5'10", 165 as the 0-1 is swung on and fouled back. Quickly 0-2 here to Nye. Little surprised that Tiroli's out for his third inning of work for Philly. But again, everyone has their own idea of how to go through these showcases. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Tag applied, and he struck him out. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Tiroli. 5 in the game. And it's 2 away. So here comes Noah O'Malley. First pitch to him is in there for a strike, and it is 0-1. O'Malley, the starting pitcher for Scranton, out of Abington Heights High School. That one misses. 1 ball and 1 strike to O'Malley. 5'11", 150 going into 12th grade. GPA of 3.95 as that one goes high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike now to O'Malley. So when you're thinking about recruiting some of these players, the grades are up there. They've got to be. The 2-1. Cut on and miss. It's 2-2. Well, Joe Tiroli. 3 straight strikeouts, looking to make it 4. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. High and inside. That came in at 80. So a full count here to O'Malley. Bit of a stretch there from Tiroli as he steps up and fires the payoff. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. 6 strikeouts in the game for Joe Tiroli as he strikes out the side here in the third. After 2.5, it's 2-0 in favor of Philadelphia. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head now to the bottom of the third. 2-0 lead for Philly as they picked up single runs in the first and second. Leading off, Alex Jenkinson. As Noah O'Malley starts his third inning of work, shakes off a sign and fires. It's a little bit low for a ball. Goes to 1-0 to Jenkinson. He's a Central Bucks West Buck. 5'11", 140. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. A little bit high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes here to Jenkinson. And a righty-righty matchup here as Jenkinson wiggles the bat up high. The 2-0 ends up low and outside. And it's now 3-0. O'Malley's giving up single runs in each inning, trying to avoid the same fate here as that is ball 4. 4-pitch walk issued by O'Malley. Third walk given up. So up to the plate comes Ryan Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh out of Truman High School, Truman Tigers, 5'10", 130. First pitch is in for a strike. Throw one over to first. And diving back in time is Jenkinson. No balls and 1 strike here to Kavanaugh. 12th man to hit in the order. Throw to first, chases him back. A lot of attention being paid to Jenkinson over at first. Here comes the 0-1. Squares the bunt and bunts it right in front of the plate. Pitcher looks back to second but decides to go to first instead. So Kavanaugh with the sacrifice bunt. Good job to move Jenkinson over. So with 1 out, a man out at second. Jordan Chewy takes the first pitch as a strike. He's 0 for 1 as he grounded out in the first inning. And the 0-1. Fouled off to the right out of play. Just like that, nothing in 2. O'Malley giving up, again, single run in the first and an RBI double. A run at the second and an RBI sac fly. Here comes the 0-2. Outside, gets away from the catcher. And on to third on the pass ball goes Jenkinson. So now with just 1 away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike as corrected by our home plate umpire. From the stretch, staring down is O'Malley. The pitch. That's high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Chewy is the 3rd man to hit in the inning. They cap it at 6. The 3-1. In there. And strike 2. I don't know. 3-1, you look at a certain spot, but obviously that wasn't good enough for Chewy. So here comes the payoff pitch. Fouled off to the right out of play. Players having a good time chasing down the ball. I think it's from the Central PA team that played game 1 of the day. So here comes a payoff. Outside and low, gets away from the catcher. That is ball 4. Throw to the plate, and he got him. Oh, great recovery by the catcher. Pitcher covering. So after all of that, it is going to be a walk. 4th walk given up by O'Malley. But while trying to come in to score, Jenkinson is nabbed. So man on at first with 2 away. And here comes Logan Hines. First pitch on its way. It's a roller towards short. Thrown over to second, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left after 3. It's Philly 3, Scranton nothing. So you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational here on BFA Sports. We move now to the top of the fourth inning. 2-0 lead for Philly, and they'll have a new pitcher on the mound. It's Alex Jenkinson, the Central Bucks West product at 5'11", 140, replacing Joe Tiroli. And stepping to the plate will be KJ Grabowski. First pitch to Grabowski. Misses outside for a ball. Grabowski, 5'10", 155 at a Holy Redeemer. 1-0. Pitch is due in here from Alex Jenkinson. That misses high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. So Tiroli gets the start and was fantastic. 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 6 strikeouts, including striking out the side to finish off in the third. So here comes the 2-0. On the outside corner for a strike is 2-1. 12th man in the order here for Scranton. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fouled back right off the end of the bat of Grabowski. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Umpire waits for everyone to get set as Jenkinson looks in. Jenkinson working from the stretch with nobody on. The 2-2. Breaking ball stays high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2-0 for Philly. 0-2-0 for Scranton as we play top of the fourth. So here's the payoff pitch. High for a ball. Ball 4. So an inauspicious start here for Jenkinson on the mound. So we go to the top of the Scranton order, and here's Matt Beerley. Beerley led off the game with a single as he placed one right up the middle, ended up stealing second, making it to third on a wild pitch. Here comes the pitch. First one he sees is low and outside at 66 miles an hour, and it's 1-0. Out of Central Columbia High School, heading into his senior season. Jenkinson takes his time on the mound. Timeout called, and the battery needs to get together. They're going to work on some signs. By the way, we'll be back at it tomorrow morning for a 9 a.m. start. We'll move up to the 17Us for that one, as Central PA takes on Philly, 2 Baseball U programs. Total of 6 games tomorrow here at Emory Field. So we're looking at the potential of about 13 hours of broadcasting. Anyone who wants to send me cough drops, I'll definitely accept them. So here comes the 1-0. That pours in for a strike. It's 1-1. Good concession stand here, though, so I'm not going to worry about food too much. Plenty of water. So here comes the 1-1. That is a one-hopper over towards short. Waiting back out at the shortstop. Throws the second for 1, and he drops the ball. So an error will have to be charged to the second baseman. So it'll be first and second with nobody out. And here comes Justin Stella. First pitch to Stella. High for a ball, goes to 1-0. That's where Jenkinson needs to settle down, thinking, okay, I should have had an out there, but try to pick up your teammates if you can. Stella's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first. So here's the 1-0. Fouled off to the right out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike as the infield's back here for Philly. Even the first baseman not holding on Beerley. And Grabowski on at second, Beerley on at first. And the pitch. Low for a ball. Nice block by the catcher this time out. 2 balls and 1 strike. Both runners taking advantage of the defense being a little bit back with some big leads. This is Swan and lifted into right center field. Charging over as the center fielder, but he won't get there. It'll drop in for a base hit. Heading to third is Grabowski. He'll stay put there. He had to wait to make sure it would drop. So the bases are now loaded with nobody out. And here comes Zachary Cruiser. Cruiser 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first inning. A big opportunity here. Again, with the 6-batter maximum, you have to take advantage of these spots. The pitch. Outside for a ball. It goes to 1-0. Cruiser out of Dunmore High School, entering his senior year. 5'11", 160. So here comes the pitch. Line shot into left field for a base hit. Grabowski in to score. Right behind him, Beerley. Here comes a throw to the plate. It is offline. And on at first with a 2-run single is Zachary Cruiser. And Scranton has tied the game. We're even up at 2 apiece. It'll be first and second. Still with nobody out. And here comes Trevor Balcerzak. At least he is due up. Let's see who actually steps up. It is Balcerzak. He's 0 for 1 as he flew out the center in the first inning. And first and second with nobody out. With Stella on at second, Cruiser on at first. The pitch to Balcerzak. Breaking ball pours in at 63 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, line shot towards second. Picked up on one hop. Throw to second for 1. On to first. Not in time. Crossing over to third is Stella. So it'll be runners on the corners. Now, if the second baseman picked it up on a fly, the man at first was well off the bag, but again, it was just a little bit in front of him. Really not much could be done there. That's the first out of the inning. Again, runners on the corners. And here comes Cole Chaplowski. Chaplowski's 0 for 1 as he grounded out in the second. First pitch is high for a ball, and it goes to 1-0. Chaplowski, Lackawanna Trail High School, entering his senior year with a 3.7 grade point average. 6'1", 205. The 1-0. That just missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, Chaplowski is the last man to hit in the inning. He's number 6. So if they want to take the lead here, he's got to get on base, in spite of there being only 1 out. The 2-0. Ground ball, picked up at third. Throw to second for 1. On to first, up the line, but a tag applied. So the double play around the horn. 5-4-3, and that will retire the side. 2 runs do come in to score on 2 hits, 1 error. And 1 man left. After 3.5, we are tied up at 2. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational here on BFA Sports. We head now to the bottom of the fourth inning as Scranton has tied the game up in the top of the frame thanks to a 2-run single by Zachary Cruiser. Joe Tiroli, Lucas Mullen, and Luke Hardnock due up for Philly as Noah O'Malley stays out for his fourth inning of work. First pitch on its way is off the hands. A nice high hop of the shortstop. Throw to first is in time. One pitch and one away as Joe Tiroli is out on the 6-3 put out. So here comes Lucas Mullen. Well, Mullen drove in the first run of the game. It was an RBI double back in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. My guess with O'Malley is in spite of having some relatively long innings in the first and second, and even a little bit in the third, maybe he didn't reach a pitch count. Here comes the first pitch to Mullen. On the outside corner for a strike. Of course, maybe coaching staff for Philly, a little bit of a different idea of how to do this today. Instead of giving single or 2 innings at a time, giving them 4. Breaking ball, bounce towards third. Good job staying with it. Throw across the diamond a little high, and it gets away. Heading towards second is Mullen. There'll be no throw. A 2-base error will be charged to the third baseman. And it was nicely picked up, but just got underneath that throw, and it sailed over the first baseman's head. So the man on its second and 1 away. Here comes Luke Hardnock. Hardnock is 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the first inning, the only strikeout victim of O'Malley so far. He's had a little bit of trouble with command with 4 walks. But essentially he's already picked up 2 outs in spite of the error. And he can look at that as a feather in the cap. The first pitch here is a little bit low, and it goes to 1-0. Each team with an error now. Look back to second. Here comes the 1-0. Cut on and missed. Heavy swing there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two 4-1 against 2 2-1. But Philly threatening here in the bottom of the fourth. So here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball just missed outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Hardnock. Out on the Chamonix High School at 5'10", 150. Mullen takes a lead off of second. Fakes to go. This is bounced right up the middle. Shortstop staying back on it. Good low hop. Throw to first is just in time. Mullen crosses from second to third, but it's 2 away. So here comes Michael Morrow. He led off the second inning with a base hit. Stole second, stole third, and eventually came in to score on a sac fly. So he's 1 for 1. Trying to give Philly the lead once again. So we are tied up at 2. First pitch to Morrow. And that misses outside for a ball. Goes to 1-0. The 1-0 coming. Swung on fly ball to right center field. This could be trouble. That'll drop into the gap and head towards the wall. Scoring from third is Mullen. On to second with a stand-up RBI double is Michael Morrow. And Philly has taken a 3-2 lead. Pretty consistent with where he's placing the ball. His base hit was basically in that same spot in the second inning. They absolutely ripped them right towards the gap. So here comes Mikey Amrine. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. Amrine reached on a walk, stole second. And he tried to take third on a sac fly, but was nabbed. So here's the 1-0. Fouled off to the right out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Amrine. Out on the Chamonix High School at 5'8", 138. And Amrine was actually nailed on a really nice defensive play, understanding that the left fielder had no chance to get the man at the plate. He hit the cutoff man and got him in a rundown. So here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball. That misses outside and low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Amrine. Morrow takes the lead off of second, responsible for 2 of the 3 runs, as that is fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'm a little surprised there's actually no fencing in front of the dugouts. One of the few fields you see in modern baseball that doesn't have that. The 2-2. Outside and low. Nice block by the catcher, and it's 3-2. Again, there's a good amount of foul territory, though, so it's not going to come whistling in there like it normally would. But certainly the potential is there. Full count here to Amrine with 2 away, and a man on at second to run in. So here comes the payoff pitch from O'Malley. Bounced in front of the plate, but spins foul. We'll do it again at 3-2. If Amrine can get on, Evan Hale will close out the inning as either the 6th man or the 3rd out. Here comes another payoff pitch from O'Malley. That is low for a ball. Ball 4. 5th walk given up by O'Malley. As here comes Evan Hale. Hale walked his first time up. That was in the 2nd. And final batter of the inning, Evan Hale, out of the Chamonix High School. And the first pitch is in there for a strike as it sweeps across to the corner. It's 0-1. From the stretch, first base side of the rubber, O'Malley. Just misses outside as he tried to extend the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. With Morrow on at second, Amrine on at first. Here comes the 1-1. Line shot up the middle. That'll sneak through into center field for a base hit. Morrow rounds third. He heads to the plate. Here comes the throw. It is on time. He got him. It was a little bit high, but a great job by the catcher to jump and bring it down and apply the tag on Morrow, and that will finish off the inning. But 1 run does come in to score on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left after 4. It's Philly 3 and Scranton 2. As you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head now to the top of the 5th inning. Justin Spencer steps up against Alex Jenkinson. Jenkinson in his 2nd inning of work. After giving up a couple of runs and a couple of hits and an error last inning, he's handed the lead right back. Spencer is ready to go. He's 0 for 1, grounded to 3rd back in the 2nd inning. So we come to you from just outside of State College, Pennsylvania. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us here on BFA Sports as the first pitch is high and outside for a ball, and it goes to 1-0. What a throw from the center fielder to finish off that bottom of the 4th inning, though. And it was actually overthrown. This is lifted out towards center field and played on 1 hop for a base hit here for Justin Spencer. 5th hit of the game for Scranton. They're starting to heat up. Picked up single hits in the 1st and 2nd. Went down 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd, all on strikeouts. And then last inning, as we mentioned, the 2 runs on 2 hits. Here comes Matthew Saida with a man on at first. Saida. First pitch is ripped into left field for a base hit. So Spencer will go to second. Saida's on. He's 2 for 2 after picking up a triple in the second. So a quick start here for Scranton with 2 straight singles. And here comes Colin Domazic. Gotta wait for the third base coach to get on over there. Anticipating bringing in Spencer. As this is bounced over toward short. Charging in, not sure what play he's going to have. He tries first, and he's safe. Infield hit for Domazic, and the bases will be loaded. Again, that just wasn't hit hard enough for anybody to really recover it quickly. So again, the bases will be loaded for Josh Botker. And a big opportunity here for Scranton to not only tie the game up, but take a lead and extend. And even with only 3 more batters to go, a glorious opportunity to take their first lead of the game. Spencer on at third, Saida on at second, Domazic is on at first. Botker's 0 for 1. First pitch in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Botker struck out swinging in the third inning. Corners are in. They'll concede a run for the double play. The 0-1. Swung on. Swinging ball right in front of the plate. Nobody covering the plate, so he has to go to first, and it is not in time. Infield RBI single for Josh Botker, and we're tied at 3. That's a tough play for the catcher because he wants to come out and make a play, but might have been better served to stay put and allow the pitcher to throw to him. So Botker picks up an RBI as Spencer comes in to score. Bases remain loaded. Still nobody out for Aiden Nye. Nye's 0 for 1 as he struck out swinging in the third inning. And essentially they're going to be the same alignment here. Not exactly sure what the delay is about. It just seems like everybody's waiting around looking for something. I'm not exactly sure what, though. Well, that's an interesting thought. We may be out of baseballs. Or that or the catcher needed to regroup. Yeah, that's what that was. Not sure if it was probably an equipment issue for the catcher. He just jogs back on and is ready to go. So Aiden Nye steps up on the right side. Big chance to give Scranton the lead. The first pitch. Breaking ball misses low, and it's 1-0. All singles. Spencer, Saida, Domazic, Botker. Leading to 1 run so far. So here comes the 1-0. Swung, and it's a high pop-up back behind first. Into foul territory. 2-hand catch made. And it's 1 away. So up steps O'Malley. Noah O'Malley started the game on the mound. Hasn't been replaced yet. Last time out, he struck out. That was in the third. And the first pitch here misses. It's 1-0. He struck out swinging for Joe Tiroli's final strikeout. He gets the no decision, by the way. So here comes the 1-0. In there for a strike. And that's a 1-1. By the way, O'Malley, the final hitter of the inning. So even if he makes an out, in spite of it being 2 outs, that would be it. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to O'Malley. This would be a nice recovery here from Jenkinson. If he can pick up this out and finish off the inning. The 1-2. Just missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Jenkinson from the stretch, a long inning here, the 2-2. Swung on, fouled, back out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. Again, score of the game, not the main focus, which is why they have the 6-batter rule. Everyone will get their at least 2 plate appearances. Here's a 2-2. Missed outside, 3-2. Oh, we had the count wrong. That's ball 4. That'll bring in a run, and that will finish off the inning. So on a bases-loaded walk, Scranton takes a 4-3 lead. And again, finishes off the top of the 5th inning. 2 runs in on 4 hits. No errors, and the bases remain loaded after the 6 maximum has been reached. So, after 4.5, it's 4-3 Scranton, as you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational here on BFA Sports. Bottom of the 5th inning, first pitch due in to Brian Henry as Trevor Balcerzak takes over on the mound, and that misses, and it goes to 1-0. Henry's 0 for 1 as he popped up in the infield in the 2nd inning. Balcerzak handed a 4-3 lead. So O'Malley goes 4 innings, and he would get credit for the victory. So here comes the 1-0. Swung on, it's a high fly ball out to center field, but shallow and playable. So the right fielder comes in, calls off, makes the catch, and it's 1 away. So O'Malley, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout. So here comes Jared Laff to step up for the 2nd time. RBI sac fly in the 2nd inning, his only plate appearance. So that's high for a ball. From the stretch, Balcerzak. That drifts outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Just got a report that not too far from here, there's some pretty heavy rains, but it's gonna stay away. We're confident in that. If that's low for a ball, it goes to 3-0. And I'm talking about 90% chance at 10 o'clock, which is about 15 minutes. This game is scheduled for until at least 10:20. As that's in there for a strike, it's 3-2. Three balls and 1 strike, rather. And here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. And now it's 3-2. And hoping the rain stays away, just so these guys can get all the notice they can here at the Happy Valley Invitational. As that is swung on, foul tip into the glove, and he struck him out. First strikeout for Balcerzak. And it's 2 away. With nobody on base, here comes Alex Jenkinson. Jenkinson walked his first time up. That was in the 3rd inning. First pitch is low for a ball, and it goes to 1-0. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. High for a ball, 77 miles an hour on the fastball. And it's 2-0. Balzernak shakes off his signs, ready to go. The 2-0 pitch. Misses inside, now 3-0. And you'd love to get him through this inning quickly. You got 2 outs very fast with the fly out to Henry and the strikeout for Laff. But now with Jenkins in a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. It's on the inside corner for a strike. It's 3-1. Seeing to take a little bit off of that one and just aimed it over the plate and hit the corner. So here's a 3-1 pitch. Bouncer right back towards the mound. It goes off of the pitcher. Balzernak chases it, throwing over to first, and it is in time. And that will retire the side on the 1-3 putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 5, it's Scranton 4, Philly 3. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational here on BFA Sports. We head now to the 6th inning, and a new pitcher on the mound for Philly. It's Michael Morrow. Out in the Chamonix High School, 5'8", 140. Quick conversation before he faces KJ Grabowski along with Matt Beerley and Justin Stella. At least that's who's due up. Alex Jenkinson, he pitched the 4th and 5th for Philly. So those 2 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. 2 walks, no strikeouts. And decision-wise, right now he's on the losing side. First pitch is due in here to Grabowski. As he'll roll this over towards short. Picked up there, a little bit of a stutter step. Throw to first is in time. 1 pitch and 1 away here in the 6th inning. So Grabowski now 0 for 1 after walking and scoring in the 4th inning. And we go to the top of the Scranton order. Here's Matt Beerley. Beerley is 1 for 2. He single stole the base in the 1st, reached on an error, scored in the 4th. First pitch here is right up the middle, off the front of the mound and into center field for a base hit. That was smoked. Sidestepping out of the way is the pitcher Morrow, and can't say I blame him. He was in no position to field it. So with 1 out and 1 on, and the battery's going to get together. Potentially a cross-up. And the catcher in that instance, again, just didn't like what he saw there. So here comes Stella. Stella's 1 for 2. And we can hear the rain. And some of the fans will start to scatter. We'll do our best with the cameras, by the way. We're going to cover them up. We don't want them to get busted for tomorrow. First pitch to Stella. Ooh, foul back and into the home plate umpire, and he's down. Yeah, he's all right. Must have just stunned him there. It's a good job of the catcher right away to make sure he's okay, and the home plate umpire is even smiling. And rain coming down hard right now. Thankfully, we're under some cover. The cameramen are feverishly covering the cameras, and then they'll cover themselves. Talk about sacrificing. And let's see how long this rainstorm sticks around. Let's see how it affects play as well. Here's the 0-1. High for ball. Throw to first on a delay, but Beerley's back in time. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Stella. Again, struck out looking in the first, single to center in the fourth. And we'll apologize if any of the camera work looks a little wonky. This is thrown over to first, chases him back. And we're trying to make sure that everything is nice and covered. The center field camera is actually stationary. And that's not covered as that's blocked by the catcher. Can't find it. Thrown over to first. That chases back Beerley, but everybody's safe. It's a 2-1 count. Yeah, and this is something they could, I mean, it's heavy, but they could play through it as long as it's temporary. If it lasts a good 10, 15 minutes, it'll soak the field. Throw to first, and it was close as Beerley is right on the edge, which is what you're supposed to do as a base runner. He's already got a steal in this one. But as a base runner, that's what you want to do. You want to go right to the edge. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. That misses low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Stella. And this game is in the home plate umpire's hands. The 3-1. That's in there on the corner. It's 3-2. I would think in this instance, being a showcase, that input from the coaches would be welcome. But according to baseball rules, it's up to the umpires. Throw to first, chases him back. And again, it takes a real good throw. It would have to be right on the bag and a slap tag right away to get Beerley. That's the extent of his lead right now. As again, the rain is steady and has been for the last 3-4 minutes. That gets away from the catcher. That's ball 4. Let's see if there's further advance here from Beerley as he'll round, but that's as far as he'll go. First walk given up by Morrow. First and second with 1 away. And here comes Zachary Cruiser. Cruiser got Scranton on the board in the 4th inning. It was a 2-run single to left field. Also struck out looking in the first. So here's the first pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 count here to Zachary Cruiser. Picked up the rare strikeout, dropped 3rd strike. Still was nabbed on a 2-3. Here's the 0-1. Fouls it off towards the right, and that'll one-hop its way to the outside fence, and it's 0-2. Cruiser at Dunmore High School, 5'11", 160. Just finished up his 11th grade year. Solid SAT. So good academics as well. So here's the 0-2. Grounder up the middle, slowed down by the front of the mound. Shortstop steps on second, throw to first, and he airmails it out of play. Coming in to score is Beerley. Cruiser will be allowed second. And Scranton has extended their lead. It's now 5-3. So it'll be an error charge allowing Cruiser to make it to second and allowing Beerley to come in to score. So it's a man on at second for Trevor Balserzak. And the pitch. The runner, the delayed steal, throw to third, not in time. Zachary Cruiser picks up the steal. Gutsy play there, and that's also good recognition. Again, he is the Balserzak rather at the plate, is the 5th man to hit. So here comes the pitch. That's in there for a strike. So Morrow trying to limit the damage here. Swung on, fouled back. One ball and 2 strikes. And they get a chance to get out of the inning here. And just as quickly as the rain began, it has slowed down at least. It's now more of a mist. So here comes the pitch. Breaking ball lifted and into left field for a base hit. Cruiser comes in to score. And on at first with the RBI single is Trevor Balcerzak. Makes it a 6-3 game. So after Philly scored in each the first and second innings, Scranton has now put together 3 straight 2-run innings. And the last man to hit in the inning will be Cole Chaplowski. First pitch he sees. Ends up low for a ball, goes to 1-0. So here comes the 1-0, outside and low. Good backhand by the catcher. Two balls and no strikes here to Chaplowski. He's 0 for 2. Ground out in the second. Hit into a 5-4 double play in the fourth. Big cut and a miss there as he was swinging for the fences. And it goes to 2-1. All this on a one-out rally. This is swung on and missed. Took a little bit off on that one. Got a piece of it, though, on that 68-mile-an-hour pitch. 2-2. Balcerzak leads off of first. Here comes a 2-2. Swung on line drive into right center field for a base hit. Balcerzak, he heads to third, and he'll go in standing. Chaplowski on at first with the single, and that should finish off the inning. That was batter number 6, but nobody's going anywhere just yet. Now they confirm it, and again, that finishes off this top of the 6th inning. 2 runs come in on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. After 5.5, it's Scranton 6, Philly 3. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational here on BFA Sports. We head down to the bottom of the 6th inning, and it looks like the precipitation has stopped. Maybe a little bit of a misting still out there, but that did a good job of watering the field. How about that? Bottom of the 6th inning. And the first pitch to Ryan Kavanaugh is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Kavanaugh expected to be followed by Jordan Chewy and Logan Hines. Trevor Balcerzak starts his 2nd inning of work. And the 0-1. High for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kavanaugh, successful sac bunt in the 3rd inning. Did not lead to a run, though. So here comes the 1-1. Cut on and missed. Took a little bit off at 64 miles an hour. And it goes to 1-2. Kavanaugh to Truman High School, the Truman Tigers. 5'10", 130. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. First strikeout for Balcerzak. So 1 out and nobody on for Jordan Chewy. First pitch to him is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Chewy is 1 for 2. Actually, 0 for 1. As he grounded out in the first, walked in the third. Plate appearances 1 for 2. At bats 0 for 1. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. Check swing, doesn't matter. It's high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Heading down to about 18 minutes before our allotted time is up, so it looks like we have a good chance to get through. Here comes the 1-1. Slips out of the hands of Balcerzak on that breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Righty matchup here. I think this entire Philly lineup is righties. As that is low for a ball, goes to 3-1. And I mean pitchers too. Looks like Chewy's being played straight away as the 3-1 is swung on and missed. And it's 3-2. Looking to golf that one out of here. Again, down by 3. Not the normal approach you would want. You want to get on base, especially since you're a leadoff man with 1 away. So here comes the payoff. Breaking ball waved at and missed, and he struck him out. That's 2 straight strikeouts for Balcerzak. 2 outs, nobody on, and here comes Logan Hines. Hines 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and scored in the first inning. And then grounded out to end the third. First pitch misses, and it's 1-0. And Balcerzak looking to go through this inning quickly if possible. After, again, falling behind 2-0. This is swung and belted down the left field line. This is going to be trouble as it'll bounce and go all the way to the fence. So Hines is heading towards second. He'll pull up there with a 2-out double. And they're going to say ground rule double. Well, no matter what you call it, he's on at second. Just looked like the left fielder could not find it underneath the fence. Again, if you look at the bottom of that fence, next time we get the pan camera over there, it's all shrubbery. So here comes Joe Tiroli with 2 outs and a man on at second. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball that pours in for a strike right above the knees. And it's 0-1. Tiroli's 0 for 2. So he flew out to right in the first, then grounded out in the fourth. So here comes the 0-1. Fastball lifted into left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Good jump from Hines. He'll round third and head to the plate. Here comes the throw. It is cut off. RBI single for Joe Tiroli. And that gets Philly back on the board, trailing by 2. It's 6-4. Again, with 2 outs, you can go on contact. So that's exactly what Logan Hines was able to do. Even with a good throw, the left fielder had no chance. So he was smart to go and to make sure he hit the cutoff man. So still with 2 outs, here's Lucas Mullen. Throw it to first. We'll chase back to Tiroli. Mullen 1 for 2. RBI double in the first. Reached on an error, scored in the fourth. That pitch is low and inside, blocked by the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes here to Mullen. Out of Council Rock North, 6'1", 180. Tiroli takes a lead and is chased back. And 5th man to hit in the inning is Mullen. So Tiroli would love to get into scoring position as quickly as possible, whether it be a hit here or maybe a steal. Not going anywhere this time as that pitch is low, blocked by the catcher. 2 balls and no strikes now to Mullen. Final game of the night on the first night of the 3-day Happy Valley Invitational. Certainly glad you can join us here on BFA Sports. So here's the 2-0. Swung on. It's a high fly ball out to center field. But looks like the fielder is backpedaling, has a beat on it, and makes the catch. And that will retire the side. But 1 run comes in on 2 hits. No errors and 1 man left. After 6, it's Scranton 6, Philly 4. As you're watching the Happy Valley Invitational here on BFA Sports. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be up to Justin Spencer, Matthew Saida, and Colin Domazic to keep things rolling here for Scranton. They lead 6-4. So we will get through 7 innings as we are about 11 minutes shy of the timing. Again, an hour 50 is our time limit as far as starting innings. First pitch to win to Spencer. It's high for a ball, goes to 1-0. Michael Morrow continues on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Last inning gave up 2 runs on 3 hits and an error. So rough inning for him there, trying to turn it around here. This is swung on and missed. Pulled the string as weaving at it was Spencer. 1 ball and 1 strike. And things have cooled down a little bit thanks to that rain shower. As this is rolled over towards short. Good job getting in front of it. Bit of a fumble. Fire to first. And it's just in time. One theme of the night between the 2 games I've called here today is great recovery by the defense. Again, they get in front of the ball, knock it down, even with a bit of a fumble, even with a little bit of a bobble. They do a great job of making sure they stay with it and not give up on the play. That is certainly a big-time credit to the coaching staffs. So here's the first pitch to Matthew Saida. And that is a little high for the ball, goes to 1-0. Saida 2 for 2, tripled in the 2nd inning, singled and scored in the 5th. So here comes the 1-0. Fly ball out to right center field towards the gap. It'll drop in for a base hit. Chasing back here is the center fielder who slips and then fires it in, holding Saida to a single. So Saida with 3 hits on the game. And gives Scranton yet another threat on the base pass. He's on it first with 1 away for Colin Domazic. First pitch to Domazic coming, and it hits the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Domazic is 1 for 2. Struck out looking in the 2nd, then an infield hit in the 5th. As Morrow works from the stretch, this is a line shot into right center field for a base hit. Rounding 2nd, heading to 3rd is Saida. And he'll stay put there after the single from Domazic, so it'll be runners on the corners with 1 away. And we go to the number 9 hitter, Josh Botker. Botker is 1 for 2. He struck out swinging in the 3rd, and then an RBI infield hit in the 5th. Runner goes at 2nd. The throw is through, and they're going to get him in a rundown and look towards the plate. Now they have the runner at 3rd in a rundown. The throw to the plate. Now to throw back to 3rd. They won't make it. It'll be a stolen base for Domazic as Saida is able to draw the throw. So now second and third with one away. And here comes the pitch to Botker. Shallow center field, fly ball. The second baseman going back. It's over his head and drops in. Scoring is Saida. On to third goes Tomazic, and a bloop RBI base hit for Josh Botker. Makes it a 7-4 lead. Just a tough break there as Botker, in his 2 hits, probably has hit the ball softer than anybody else here, but he picks up 2 RBI. Hit it where they ain't. So it's runners on the corners with one away. And here comes Aiden Nye. Nye's 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Line drive into right field for a base hit. Tomazic is in to score. On to second goes Botker, and on at first with the RBI single is Aiden Nye. And it extends the lead even further. It's now 8-4. 2 runs in on 4 hits. And there'll be one more hitter in the inning. That's going to be O'Malley. Noah O'Malley steps to the plate. And it looks like they may have a pinch runner over at first. And stepping in here is Justin Spencer. He led off the inning with a ground out, but he'll get a chance to come in to score on a possible drive to the gap. First pitch to Nye is high and inside for a ball. Correction, that's Noah O'Malley. Again, Nye has already driven in a run as that is lowered inside. So it's Botker on at second. And Justin Spencer is on at first. 1-0 count here to O'Malley. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. Cut on and missed late on that one. And it's 1-1. O'Malley struck out swinging in the third. Drew a bases-loaded walk in the fifth. That's low and outside. As the rain picks up heavier than it was before. That's a deluge here. So we'll see how much further we'll get going. They'll play through it seems, as here's a 2-1. In there. And it's now 2-2. High part of the strike zone. That might have been a range strike. Yeah, this is the final batter of the top of the 7th inning. So here comes 2-2. Swung on and missed, and he struck him out. That will finish off the inning with the 6-batter rule in effect. I don't think the players realize it just yet. But we'll wait until they confirm it, and they now will come off. And again, finish off the inning. 2 runs in on 4 hits. No errors and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning with Scranton leading Philly 8-4. You're watching the Happy Valley Invitational on BFA Sports. We head now to the bottom of the 7th inning, and this will do it, as it'll be Hard Knock, Morrow, and Amrine due-up. Not out of the realm of possibility that we would play an 8th inning, but we are real tight to the time limit, about 3 minutes. So unless they go down 1-2-3 quickly and are prepared to play an 8th inning, I don't see that happening. As Trevor Balcerzak starts his 3rd inning of work, first pitch on its way is a little bit high to Luke Hardknock. Hardknock is 0 for 2, struck out looking in the 1st, then grounded out in the 4th. Here comes the pitch, and that is high for a ball. Two balls and no strikes here to Hardknock. Again, passing storm once again, but we're going to play through it. Shouldn't last too long, as here's a 2-0. Big cut and a miss, and it's 2-1. This is all going to cool things down for tomorrow, but it is expected to be a little bit humid as well, but no higher than, say, 78. So it should be very nice and playable, even though a little bit warm. Again, it is the summer. That's inside and low, or unofficially the summer. We're not quite there. Kids are finished up at school. It means it's summer. 3-1 here to Hardknock. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball. That was spiked. First walk given up by Balcerzak after the starter O'Malley gave up 5 walks. And with the 6-batter rule in effect, again, just about everybody's got to get on base for Philly to have a chance. Here's the first pitch to Morrow. As low for a ball and a breaking ball, and it goes to 1-0. Morrow's had himself a day, though. Actually, most of this part of the order has. Morrow is 1 for 2. Throwing over to first, chases him back. Rather, Morrow's 2 for 2 as he singled, stole 2 bases, scored in the 2nd. Then it was an RBI double in the 4th. And he took a chance trying to score on the 6th batter of the 4th inning and was nabbed at the plate. As that swung on and missed, it's 1-1. But you tend to do that in a showcase situation. Again, regular game with a potential other hitter coming up. He probably would have stopped at third, but knowing it was the last batter, make him throw it, make it throw it. The runner goes, swung on and missed, and the throw on over to second is not in time. Sneaks into center field, so off goes the runner to third on the error. The throw is not in time. So Hardknock. He gets the steal of second. And again, the E2 moves him to third. Second error of the game on Scranton's D. And Michael Morrow has to deal with a 1-2 pitch. But now there's a man on at third all of a sudden. The 1-2. Cues it to the right side, but it goes foul. We do it again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And turned into a drizzle, but still coming down. Not hard enough to affect the field, which is the most important concept. As here's the 1-2. Slips out of his hand in a breaking ball at 56 miles an hour. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes here tomorrow. Morrow, Amrine, Hale, Henry, and Laugh. That's as far as the inning will go. So here's a 2-2. Fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see both these teams again tomorrow, as everyone will be in action tomorrow. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. In the dirt. Catcher keeps it in front of him. And it's 3-2. 1 walk already in the inning. And Hardknock making it all the way to third. Pressure on here on Balcerzak. That is low for a ball, ball 4. Second walk given up. It'll be runners on the corners with nobody out for Mikey Amrine. Amrine has reached twice. He's walked twice. And the second, he also stole a base. And in the 4th as well. And right now, getting base runners is huge, as right now the tying run is on deck. The first pitch is high and inside for a ball underneath his hands. And it goes to 1-0. Again, they need 4 runs. Here comes the pitch. That's in there for a strike. I think he was taking the whole way there. And 2 straight walks and a first pitch ball, making him prove he can get it over the plate. So here comes the 1-1. popped up foul territory. The catcher looks back but has no play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's not a lot of stands over there, but a couple of foul balls have found the metal. You may have been able to hear through our headset. Thrown over to first. A little bit of a surprise there. You want to keep him honest, keep him close for a double play possibility. But again, that runner is relatively meaningless. Certainly want to focus as much on the hitter as you can. The 1-2. Breaking ball, and he struck him out as that pours right over the plate. 3rd strikeout for Balzerzak. And it's 1 away. So here comes Evan Hale. Hale has reached twice. He's 1 for 1. So he walked in the 2nd, single up the middle in the 4th. Here's the pitch, and that misses. I think he yelled out ball 1. Breaking ball, waved at it, missed. The lead steal, thrown over to 2nd, and it goes into center field. Scoring from 3rd is Hardknock. Morrow will make it all the way to 3rd. So another steal and another error charged. Makes it an 8-5 game. So once again, the tying run is on deck. And the pitch on its way. Waved out and missed, chased 1 high. And that is strike 3. So it'll be up to Brian Henry to try to continue the game. 4th strikeout for Balzerzak, as he is eligible for the 3-inning save. Brian Henry is 0 for 2. First pitch to him. Breaking ball high for a ball. Henry's job is to get on base, and then it'll be up to Jared Laff to hit a home run. That's the only way we can tie this game up here if you're Philly. So here is the 1-0 pitch. Low for a ball, squeezes through the legs of the catcher. He can't find it. Coming in to score is Morrow on the wild pitch. Makes it an 8-6 game. Some defensive miscues out there. Couple of errors on throws and that wild pitch. So the bases are clear. And a 2-0 count due in here to Brian Henry, the pitch. That misses, and it's 3-0. And Henry popped up in the 2nd, flew out to right in the 5th. 3 balls and no strikes. Taking the whole way, that's in for a strike. And it's 3-1. See, I don't know if Jared Laff has a home run swing in him, but if Henry can get on, Laff could tie the games. Here's the 3-1 pitch. High and inside, ball 4. That's 3 walks in the inning. And Jared Laff will be, again, the last man to hit. And let's see if he goes for it here. It's interesting. Again, the score is not the main focus here, obviously, as we all know. But do you take a chance and just try to wallop one? Or you stay within yourself and see what happens. First pitch ended up on the corner. Let's see what he does here. The 0-1. Waved out and missed, and it's 0-2. And Team Philly is now down to their last strike. Balzerzak looks in, fires. Ground ball up the middle, coming over to the shortstop. It gets through him and into left field. There'll be no further advance. It'll be another error charged. But that should end the ball game, as that is 6 to step to the plate. Everyone realizes it, and the game is over. Final score 8-6 in favor of Scranton as they pick up 2 runs in each of the last 4 innings. Final totals in the bottom of the 7th as 2 runs came in for Philly, no hits, 3 errors, and they left 2 on base thanks to the 6-man rule. Again, the final score, Scranton 8, Philly 6. That'll just about do it for us. I want to thank everyone for joining us for our first 2 games. Come back tomorrow. We'll start off at 9 a.m. as we'll go to the 17U level. And a couple of baseball U squads as Central PA takes on Philly. Again, that's coming up tomorrow at 9 a.m., the start of 6 games here on BFA Sports. For all of us here in State College, Pennsylvania, my name is Tom Wilms, thanking you for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.